Whoa.
Stream is starting, the Captain Coder at the helm. Bean water is ready. Today we will learn a lot. He loves the questions, he loves to sing. Join our Discord and follow him.
I almost missed it. I was running down the hallway to get here on time. I did the exclamation point
Seems
intro
good.
from the other room, and I almost missed it. Boostek right out the gate with the hat redeem. Thank you for the hat. We're gonna get this one in here nice and tight. No hats falling off today. Boostag, thank you for being here. BK Dab, thank you for the hat redeem. Oh no. See, I was thinking of making the hat redeem cheaper, but it's looking like we might need to make it more expensive. Happy Thursday, folks. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you happen to be. Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here. 51K. And those points add up fast. Maybe I give away too many points. Do you guys think I give away too many points? What do you guys think? But good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Welcome back to Captain Coders Academy. It's Thursday morning. That's right, Chunks. Well, all crew present and ready. We're ready to get going here. No, please give me more points for more hat redeems. It's true. It's true. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope you're having a beautiful day out there, wherever you happen to be in the world. I am having a beautiful day. Captain Coder here on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday. I wasn't sure if I was going to stream, but I've been having so much fun. This past week has been so much fun. I was like, you know what? We got to keep it going. It's so nice to see all of you beautiful people here. We have the whole crew with us. Code Monk, congratulations on your exclamation point first. Then we got Mary Cat. It's great to have you here. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Hope you're doing wonderful. I love seeing you here, Mary Cat. It's so nice to have you here with us in the stream. It's great to have you here. Kuwani, congratulations on your third. Thank you for exclamation point here, folks. Exclamation point here to get those bonus points. Lance, how you been? How's your game deving coming along? What are you using these days? Because I know you've been playing around. You already got yours, BK. Nice try, though. Nice try. Got you to get those bonus points. Oni Scythe of this loop. It's here the same as first. It's slightly different. First shows you who was first, but doesn't give you the points. First will show you who's here. Let me try again. The first command, if you use exclamation point first, it will always show you who was first on that day. There we go. And it will also give you the points. If you don't want this, it's complicated. That's right, Chucks, it's complicated. Here will not show you who was first, but you'll get the points. So I broke it down into two commands because when I had it as one command, and the first command just does the same thing as the here command after it checks who was first. So it's there, where, here, there, over there. Corfless, welcome back to the stream. It's nice to have you here. Lance, how's your game devin coming along? If you're with us, I'd love to know. I know you had played around with Godot. You had played around, I think, with Strider. Was the name of the other one Strider? You've been playing around with a bunch of different ones. Have you landed on one that you really like? Are you going with Unity? Again, what are you doing? I've just got to know. The Curiosity killed the cap. Aragorn programming language. Is there an Aragorn? A Strider, yeah. Aragorn, I got it. Wait, is that how you pronounce Godot? Godot, yeah. G-O, it's like good. It's not Godot, it's not Godot, it's not Gadult. It's Godot, I believe, is how it's pronounced. Silent T, Godot. It's pronounced, I pronounce it Good donut. Godot. You gotta be careful with how you pronounce it. People on the internet get upset with you. I got into trouble for pronouncing it in a way. Lil Nia, not quite there yet. You'll need 1,000 points for that. Lil Nia, how many points you got? Oh, you're so close. Is there a way to send points? Yeah, exclamation point points. You can do it here. I'll show you how. Points. Give Lil Nia 500 points. Can do that. You can give the points. Give claim. Nice try. Exclamation point here will get you the bonus points. If you already did it, is this day one of the chess puzzler? We kinda started it yesterday, but it's essentially day one working on our chess puzzler. It was such a fun look. I like this idea so much. I kept thinking about it all day. Thank you for the points. No @ sign. You got the order is important. Yeah, thank you for the hat redeem. Let's get another one. I like to alternate colors. There we go. Thank you for the hat redeem. I appreciate it. But that's one way you could just be giving those points away to everyone. Well, yeah, Fedora, my favorite. One of my favorite types of hats. Also, one of my favorite operating systems. So it turns out Fedora is not an operating system. It's a flavor. It's one of those flavors of an operating system. Kovalaki, it's nice to see you. Welcome back to the stream. Let's see, did I miss anyone? Dramulx, Chucks, Oniscythe, Corfless, Kovalaki, all you beautiful people. What, I think you're asking, what are you coding today? We are going to be working on our chess puzzler game. Our chess puzzler or library. Oh boy, let me open up the right folder here. So the chess puzzler, we'll talk about that briefly. Let me get the project open. Yesterday I decided I was gonna be doing the chess puzzler. We're having a lot of fun with it. And then I started just making the most complicated thing ever. And so my whole goal here, people, anytime I start getting overly complex, stop me. Say, hey, Captain, simple. And it's simple. Inspired by Chess Sudoku Showcase? No. Maybe. I don't think so. Yesterday we had the board gamer doom. We looked at solitaire chess, and I went, oh man, this is a great assignment. This is a great little puzzler here. I want to write a puzzle generator, a puzzle solver for it. Yeah, inspired by the solitaire chess. So Cap, you should keep it simple. It's true. I should kiss. Keep it simple, silly. Keep it simple, silly. That's exactly right, Code Monk. We got to keep it simple, silly. And so we're going to try to keep it simple with our code puzzle game. Oh, that bean water's good. We're a caffeinated day today. Too small, super size. I missed some context there. I'm missing some context there. Tell me more. I don't quite understand what you're saying. Sorry, I have a little something in my throat. I woke up. This is like the first time I heard it extends to keep it stupid simple. Keep it stupid simple. Make it bigger. The font. You need the bigger fonts. All right, how's that? This font big enough? Keep it simply stupid. You gotta keep it simply stupid. All right, perfect. We can see it now. All right, I think we got to zoom in a little bit more. Okay. It's like working in the TIC 80 all over again. It's like working in TIC 80 again. All right. So we have our IEnumerable chess moves. Public static class chess move logic. That's right. So we were working on chess move logic, folks. That's what we were working on last time. I think we might be too far. We'll see if we can do it here. This feels maybe more reasonable. It feels pretty close. Feels pretty zoomed in. All right, so we have a class here. Connie, thank you for the hat redeem. Let's get another hat in here. Gotta alternate those colors. Here we go. Boom. There we go. #1 software stream on Twitch. I don't know about that. We just like that. Look, I was talking to Dramulx yesterday. I was like, Dram, I think I need to be streaming and just chatting. You want to see how many lines of code we wrote yesterday? I don't know that this is how much code we wrote yesterday. That's it. That's the whole thing. We didn't actually finish anything. We finished almost nothing. We don't do a whole lot of, look, some days we do more than others. Mostly we wear hats, we play Tetris, and we talk about nonsense. We wear hats, play Tetris, and talk about nonsense. About 11 more hat redeems when I remember correctly, or did you stocked up? I think we have 18, I don't remember. Tetris was great. I'm glad you liked the Tetris. That has a captain will also online at 7 a.m. on a Thursday and wears more than one hat regular, but also no. I think that is probably true. Nerd waffle. I love you, Nerd Waffle. How's it going, friend? Chucks. I think most of it. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure you're right that this is the #1 software stream with a captain that wears multiple hats, plays Tetris and doesn't write any code. I think you're right that we might be the no, and is on at 7 a.m. on a Thursday. Good point. Good points. Those all check. Hit the box. Hit the box. Hit the box. Exclamation point. Help. Help. What do you need help with? Yeah. What do you need help with? Let me know. What is the redeem for the Tetris walk? It's just exclamation point Tetris. It's a 12K. 12K points. There's no help command. It's true. There is the Discord command. What should the help command? Don't wear too many hats, Cap. It can become overwhelming. Help for commands. Yeah. If you're just trying to figure out what commands we have. I'm never beating JD with those numbers. It's true. It's true. If you want to catch up, the easiest way to see the commands, is to just scroll down here. Down below here, it shows the redeem. So I try to keep this up to date. It doesn't always stay up to date. Though, but this is where you can find where you can spend points. But let's talk about some chess. Thank you for the sus. That Sasquatch gonna get you. I know. So I don't have the little channel button.
Pay attention.
I'm trying. If I had the little channel points button, I wouldn't have to do that because you'd just be able to find them. These would all be channel point things that you'd press. But I don't have that. I've thought about making an extension, but it would still be different than every other stream, right? All right, let's hop in here. What are we doing? We're hippity hopping, skippity bopping, boopity scoopiting all the way along.
Whoa.
Thank you for the whoa. So I want to keep it simple. I want to keep daily. Yeah, daily is the same as here. I guess I need to make it say, all right, I think I need to make it say you already got your points. Is what all right, so clearly there's some confusion. It only lets you, it will only, all right, conditional effect if you are all right, this is if you're the first person. Otherwise, this is why this is confusing. Look, I'm a never nester, and nesting gets even harder here. All right, so if stream is true and you don't have it, all right, we'll add an effect here. I think this is what will happen. Chat. All right, let's make this a streamer command. Me beep boop. You already claimed your points today. There we go. You already claimed your points today. Save. And so this should be here and daily. All right, try it now. Do you not like 8 modals at a time? How did Chalks? Yeah, all the modals. We need to make it have a claim one as well. G, welcome back to the stream. We need. All right, so it's gonna be here, or daily, or claim. There you go. There we go. We got them all in there. Lil Nas says no. It happens. All right, let's come back in here. G, it's great to see you in Gonzo. Happy Thursday, my friends. Happy Thursday. Good morning to you. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. Thank you for the Googles. Folks, we got the real googly eyes. We did get the real googly eyes, but I got to get some adhesive. I didn't realize they don't come with adhesive by default. So we got some googly eyes. We're gonna add. We're gonna do a Captain Beard stream at some point. So I need some way to attach them here. I'm trying to can I hold them? I wanna do a whole stream. Where it's just googly eyes on my chin. Thank you for the cloud. There. All right. Yeah, I want to do a whole stream where it's just zoomed in on my beard like this. On of your hat. Oh, we can put them on the hat too. Yeah, we can make a googly eyes. It's not Dramulks. It's raining sad captains. Here, let's look at it again. Look closely. Little captain heads falling out of that cloud. Look, maybe do clouds here? Look, Dram. Everybody poops. Everybody poops, including clouds. It's okay. It's okay. All right. What are we doing here, folks? We gotta write some code today. We gotta try to write some code. Maybe we can. Make sure the camera zooms in. Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. Pay attention. We made an invert command just for it. We're gonna do. I want to get some googly eyes. We're gonna zoom in like this. Okay. And then I gotta stay super still the whole time. And we're gonna, oh, hang on, there's an invert command. There's an invert. Okay. And then we're gonna, I don't know why I'm an adult. I'm totally an adult. We're gonna have the googly eyes here the whole time. I just need to get an adhesive so that they'll stay on the chin like that. We gotta keep them on the chin. This is gonna be the whole stream. The whole stream's gonna be that. We're gonna do a 24-hour beard stream. Captain Beardo stream, folks. It's gonna be great. Please don't code monk says. Super glue. Yeah, you gotta be careful what you put in your beard. It turns out your face skin is really tender. Hang on, I can barely see myself in there, so I gotta get this corrected. Turns out your blue tack is probably the good thing to go with. It turns out your face skin is really tender. I learned that. I don't know why I have to ask this question because the answer is no. Have you ever waxed your beard? I have. It was not a good idea. It was a terrible idea. Don't do it. Come for the code, stay for the shenanigans. Well, welcome to Shenanigans Central. It's really sensitive too and can dry out very easily. I have very dry, very sensitive skin. Wax your beard. Don't recommend waxing your face. Okay. We're gonna keep it simple. Captain Shenanigans. So we have chess move here. The idea was that a chess piece. All right. So in our game, we have a well-defined game actually. So we're gonna start off by creating a chess. We're going to create a piece enumerator type. Public enum chess piece. Okay. Chess piece. This is C#, Nerd Waffle. This is C#. And so the types of pieces we have in solitaire chess are pawn, rook, bishop, knight, queen. There's no king. There is no king in solitaire chess. This puzzle game, there will be no king. Nameless Coder, welcome back to the stream. Happy to have you here. Hanzo, how do you mean tic-tac-toe, right? No, we're doing a solitaire chess game. Hanzo, hi. I did release a tic-tac-toe challenge yesterday, though. I did release a tic-tac-toe challenge. If anyone's interested in checking that out, let me know. I'd be happy to show you that challenge. All right. Pawn, rook, bishop, knight, queen. Is that all of them? Yeah. Rook, knight, bishop, queen. That's the order from left to right. So pawn, rook, bishop, knight, queen. These are the different types of puzzles. What is this about? Yeah, I'll show you. Let me go to. I always need more commands. Look, more commands make things more complicated, though. So we have coding challenges. Oh, I need to update this page. I just released the tic-tac-toe challenge. All right, so tic-tac-toe challenge. You can install it with this command. Here, I'll send this link here. Tic-tac-toe challenge. It's a C# challenge. If you have you have to have .NET installed. But if you run this command, you run this command to install the challenge. And then let's go to a temp directory. Make dir tic-tac challenge. Inside of that directory, this installs a template, .NET new Captain Coder tic-tac-toe. It generates a new coding challenge for you. And this particular coding challenge is to implement tic-tac-toe. It provides stubs. You have to implement a pretty specific way, but it guides you through it. A little bit. So in this one, tic-tac-toe, in this challenge, you will finish an implementation of a tic-tac-toe game. I don't know if I should have spaced those out. Okay. Tic-tac-toe game. You can play a completed version using this command here. So if you're in this directory, we run this. So this is the tic-tac-toe game. It's 2 players. It's X's turn. You type in the number in the space where you want to go. So maybe you want to go in space 4. Now O takes their turn. O types in a number where they want to go. 2. X's turn. X might type in 1. O might type in 7. X might type in let's go with 0. O might type in 8. X might type in 3. X is gonna win now. Oh no, O is gonna type in 6 and win. O wins. So it's implementing the logic for this game. It does provide a little bit of template code, but it also provides unit tests for you to have to implement. So if you look at the full code here, the actual program is unimplemented. The actual source code here is unimplemented, and so you have to implement these things in a particular way. So it's practicing what is a constructor, what is a method, what is a return type, and how do I check these logic. So it's really an exercise in arrays. You can get by this. You can do this whole thing without any loops, but it's an exercise in array more than anything. So if you want to do the tic-tac-toe challenge, feel free to check it out. If you need help getting it set up, let me know. I'm always open. I always want to know, okay, what are the pain points? What makes something hard? What makes something easy? Let me know how things are going for you. You're welcome. Oh, it's absolutely basic. This is for it's sort of like, yeah, CodeMuck. It's absolutely basic. This chess one will be a little bit of I'm hoping to turn this one into a coding challenge. It's a little bit harder. But you can imagine someone just starting out, learning a little bit of object-oriented programming, learning a little bit of C. That could be excellent practice. The other thing is sort of seeing, okay, how might I organize my code to make a tic-tac-toe game? That's one thing too. I've actually been asked that many times, like, how should I structure my code? I think that's a reasonable, the way I've organized it is not the best solution, but it is a reasonable way to organize it. Yeah, exactly. So CodeMuck, you're more advanced at this point, but I want to keep making coding challenges, leveling up those as we go. And okay. So these are the different types of pieces that we have. And the main idea here, and this is where we're going to start, I think, getting into a little bit of, now we're not doing a whole lot of object-oriented programs. So there's part of me, this is where I always struggle. Is like, what's the simplest thing to do? So we're going to look into this. How should I structure my code? In quotes, that's the neat part. You don't. You live with the chaos and you enjoy it. Look, structures for the weak. Structure is for the weak. So now this is our chess piece types. These are our different types. And in our, look, I want to be able, sorry. I'm trying to teach this idea. And this isn't always the case, but one practice you can try and do, and this can be hard to do. It's a very, I have found that when I do it, I'm glad I did it because it makes testing easier, there are 2 types of classes in object-oriented programming. There's more than that, but in a lot of ways, there are classes that store data, and then there are classes that operate on that data. So a class that stores data lets you interact with how that data is stored inside of it, but you don't actually do any sort of deep logic with it. So I'm going to try and follow that principle. So keeping it simple in that way. Let's not make one giant object that contains everything and does it all. Let's think about it from there. So chess piece is just saying, here's our piece types. These are the different types of pieces we can have. I want to make a board next. And the idea is a board is just an array that contains the chess pieces knows how to display itself. You can set the pieces, the positions, set the positions, that sort of thing. So it'll be a data object. It's a data class, and it lets you look at and observe it, maybe set values on it, but it doesn't actually have any of the logic in it. A thing, noun class, a thing. Noun class is a thing, and a verb class does something with things. Exactly, Chucks. Exactly. Those are the two types. We have the actual data, and then we have the thing that like does the data. And we want to be careful not to mix those. It's super easy to mix them, but we can separate those logical chunks out. So we have chess piece here. I'm gonna get rid of these chess moves. I think I'm gonna get rid of position here. Part of it too is like this is a coding exercise. And so let's go ahead and make a new file. We're gonna create a chess. I'm gonna create a board. All right. This is where I'm like torn a little bit on calling it chess piece or just piece, but we're gonna create a board, and a board is going to be a class that has the information you can talk to. And I'm thinking about making it an iBoard as well, just for my students. Say, okay, now you have to implement this thing, but let's keep it simple. This is what, like, I'm already going like, oh, maybe we'll make it an interface and my students have to implement. Let's keep it simple. So a board, at the end of the day, we want to have internally, we want to be able to ask the following questions. Bool is occupied. All right, is occupied. And then we're going to give it is occupied is going to tell us whether or not a piece exists at a location. So we have an is occupied. And we're going to give it, in my mind, it's doing a row and a column, but chessboards are actually labeled with number on one side. So this would be 1, 2, 3. And down here would be A, B, C. Okay. So, and let me double check if that's true. Is it rows and columns, or columns? Which one is labeled which way? So I'm going to follow that, and I think this will be a fun exercise where my students have to provide it. Can I suggest calling them ranks and files instead of rows and columns? Let's see what chess calls them. Chess. Yeah, because that's exactly what we're going to call it then. Chalks, thank you so much. This is why I love having you wonderful people out there, because I'm not, as informed. Add Chalks, great suggestion. 250 points. Thank you so much for suggesting it. Chess board labels. It's called ranks and files. Okay. Understanding chess notation, algebraic notation. This is interesting. We're not going to use full chess notation, but all right. So, yeah, the columns are labeled here. Which one is rank and which one is file? Naming the piece captures. I don't know if this one. Chess board labels. Chess board rank and file. Ranks are the ones that have the numbers, e.g. a rank, file. Okay, the columns of a chessboard are known as files. The rows are known as ranks. Is occupied. Okay, so then we can pass in here the columns of a chessboard are known as files. And the rows are known as ranks. So we're going to do int rank char file. And we could make it so that we have rank and file here. File might be an enumerated type, but we're going to go with rank and file here. All right, rank is the row number, columns are the files. And so you're going to pass in. We could also take it another step further. We could take it, Gorley, welcome back to the stream. Congratulations on your 4th place here. Congratulations on your 4th place. You got it. Perfect. BK, have a beautiful day. Remember to keep coding, keep growing, being the best you can be. You're welcome back anytime. Folks, by the way, if you didn't know, BK Dev has started his streaming journey. If you want to check it out live on Twitch, give him that follow, click that heart, go check him out. I've had a great time over there. Congratulations on your 4 points, Pagorli. PG, how you doing, my friend? It's nice to have you here. All right, so we're going to return false for now. All right, is occupied. And then we also have a couple other things. So rank and file public bool, public chess piece. All right, piece at int rank char file like this, and it's going to return something. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them learn about, oh, if there's no value here, we're going to get a nothing there. So they have to check, is it occupied? If it is, they get the piece there. Because either that or we can make this a nullable type, but I don't want to use nullables. This is part of the programming exercise. All right, so we have a board, we have a piece at, piece at, let me think here. In Java, we would do get piece and set piece like this. In Java, we'd call it get piece and set piece. How do people feel about that? How do people feel about that? We don't often have get and set here. Ideally, not ideally, but I would probably make this an indexer. But we're not gonna, I don't want to teach my students about indexers just yet. I would probably make this an indexer where it has a rank and file. You can pass it in that way. But I'm just curious what your thoughts on this naming is. So we want to be able to set a piece somewhere. We want to be able to get a piece somewhere. And then also the last one, a set piece, rank file, and then the actual piece, chess piece, piece, like this. And then the last thing I want to do is public void, remove piece at int rank char file, like this. I like the set get more. CodeMonk, cool. We don't, it's interesting because we don't often have these, but set piece, get piece is occupied. And I could, but I'm not going to. If I might have them do a public bool try get piece. I might do this one, int rank char file out chess piece. This is a pretty common practice. It's a pretty common practice to have something like this. I feel like those won't be used directly often. More like internal method functions like move piece would be used more by other things, which would give then call get and set image. Yeah, so this is our, I'm calling this our complex data type. This is how we imagine a board here. A board here has this, and then you'll have your puzzle game happens to have a board, and it controls the logic. You define this because this becomes relatively testable, and really, I'm going to give an interface to this, and I'm not going to tell the students how to create their implementation internally. You'll notice I haven't specified, well, I could use a dictionary to do this. I could use an array to do this. I could use a multi-dimensional array to do it. What are the constraints here? How does it work? So yes, this isn't going to have any of my logic in here. There's going to be no move piece. There's going to be no move piece here. The board doesn't know how to move a piece to a place, but it knows how to remove a piece. It knows how to set pieces. And this one, the mechanic of this is that it's just going to replace it. It's just going to replace it. Chalks, were you here when we talked about solitaire chess? So it's a much simplified it's not a full chess game. It's a much simplified version of chess. And so some of this move piece would be interesting too, but that would be a helper method that students could write using these things. But yeah, the idea is let's keep it as simple as possible. In my mind, let's keep it as simple as possible. Get set. And this allows us to write a unit test. So I'm not going to implement this just yet. I'm going to write a unit test. Let's give it a constructor, public board, int size here. This is the puzzle chess frame you showed us on stream earlier, right? Yeah, so we looked at this yesterday on stream. Captain Enosa did a redeem on solitaire chess. We looked at it, and I decided, you know what, this would be I've been wanting to do it for a while. Let's do it. Let's turn this into a programming challenge for my students. I think they'll really like this one. And then you guys will release it, and anyone can do it after we've finished it here. Yeah, so int size here. So internally, we're gonna have a public int size get. We could do an init here. Oh, we're in .NET Standard 2.1, so we don't have that option. This should be lowercase s. Size equals size, like that. And then internally, you can represent it however you want. We haven't finished our internal implementation yet. We haven't finished our internal implementation of it. So let's write some tests. Let's write some tests here. Board tests. Okay, board tests. Board tests. All right, can I do a board? I must not have this added yet. Dragon Spirit Games, welcome back to the stream. Happy Thursday. I hope your recovery is going as well as it possibly can. Let's add a reference to Captain Coder Chess Puzzle Logic. Okay, board. There it is. All right. So this test here, thank you for the Googles, Mr. Natural, and welcome back to the stream. It's fantastic to see you here on this beautiful Thursday. I hope your recovery is going well as well, Mr. Natural, and I hope you've been doing fantastic. Oh, that coffee's good. We're doing caffeine. We got a little bit of caffeine today. I've been really good about not having too much caffeine. So we have this board data type here. When we initialize it here, we should say on initialize, board size is set. All right, board size after or constructor. Here we go. Trying to follow good. Constructor should set size. Okay, constructor should set size. And we'll say int size here. We'll make this a theory, and we'll set the inline data, and we'll say size has to be even is another thing. Maybe not. Maybe we don't have to have any even size. Really, size is always going to be 4. But should set size. Why is there a size for a chessboard which is a specific size every time? Or are there rules for solitaire chess that you have more? Yeah, so check it out, Chalks. Let's look at it real quick. Let me turn on my doc cam here, so you can see how solitaire chess works. It's a single player puzzle game. In this game, it's not a normal chessboard. There's only one type of piece. You don't have 2 players, so they're all the same color. In this case, they're all the black pieces. In this game, every move must result in a capture. So pawns can never move forward. They only move diagonal. Every move must result in a capture, and you win if you're able to capture all. You're left with exactly one piece at the end. So it's a much simplified version of chess. So you don't have to worry about all the, en passant. You don't have to worry about moving out of checkmate. You don't have to worry about castling. There's a bunch of rules that you get to ignore while implementing a lot of the logic of chess. So like pawns have a bunch of crazy logic. And the crazy logic is really strong. Pawn moves are very interesting in a traditional chess engine. So this is a very different game. And so in the puzzle here, it's always 4x4, but our board, there's no reason our board couldn't have a bigger grid. The constraints I think I want to set is that it has to have at least a size of 1. Your board cannot have a size, maybe we could have a size of 0, but your board cannot have an array size. It's always gonna be square. So a size here, it's always gonna be square. The bottom right corner is always going to be a white square, is one thing I'm going to do. And I think the constraint might be that We might add some arbitrary constraints to it just for students to implement tests. Size 2 minimum, surely size 1 is always guaranteed. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. At size of 2, I was going like size 2 is probably the right way to do it. And really, when we come down to it, we'll probably only use puzzles of size 4. So we might actually say, okay, well, the board is always size 4. If we were keeping it super simple, that's probably what we do. But we can challenge students to be a little bit more. Constructors should set size. All right, so we're gonna say size here, and basically now there's gonna be new board. All right, board is new board of size, and then this feels like the dumbest thing in the world. Board.size.should be. I gotta install shouldly here. Should be size. This feels dumb, but if we're doing test-driven development first, this is going to teach my students, again, keep in mind, this is a student exercise. This is a programming exercise. And so we want to give confidence to the students. If the student doesn't know where to start, say, oh, we'll do the constructor first. Implement the constructor. You go through and it's like, oh, okay, this is how it should work. You should be able to look at the tests and understand, exactly, Chalks, exactly. It feels... I will say this is one of the arguments we run into when we're talking about doing test-driven development is this feels like a waste of my time, and it is until it saves you. It is until it saves you. Also with refactoring, it can be pretty nice. Let's go into our test folder here, .NET add package shouldly. And now we should get the should be's should work here. We just got to import the shouldly package. There we go. The dev dad in the stream. We got the dev dad in the stream. Dev dad, how are you? Oh, started a little low there. Dev dad, folks, if you guys don't know, the dev dad, is it? Can I do the dev dad? It's just dev dad. I should be consistent with my cats. Folks, if you don't know the dev dad, absolutely amazing software developer, streamer, and father building a productivity app. Go give him some love, folks. Streams before me almost every day. Almost every day. Pretty much every day. Go check him out. Getting close to release. Wow. How did your stream turn out today? Yeah, how'd your stream? What did you end up finishing? Were you able to get your fat object, your thick object working the way you wanted to? Did you decide, what'd you decide to do with it? All right, so this lets us test a variety of different things. All right, 2, 4, 6. Let's do 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Something like that. So this will check that the size gets set. The other thing I want to do is public, and I'm not sure how to do this. Fact, I'm doing inline data. Public void constructor size must be at least 2. We can pass in a size here like this. Size must be at least 2. I got to look up how to do this where we throw an exception in a test. 'Cause I always forget -1, 0, 1. So it's going to force us to have a size of at least 2, and we'll get an exception otherwise. It's an invalid board. You can't create a board that doesn't have it. Fishing it up now, but the thick object is the way to go. Nice. I over decoupled for no real value. That is why so DevDead, I was watching you this morning and I went, you know what? I am making this chess puzzle program way too abstract. I do it too. We all do it. We all want to make something super engineered and robust. And sometimes we just want to keep it simple. Sometimes at the end of the day, simplicity is key. Simplicity is key until it's not, but simple is better. You need more hats. Reg Dev for 1,000 points. 1,000 points, hat redeem. You can do an exclamation point hat for 1,000 points. You get to add a hat to the stack. 1,000 points, add a hat. Here, let's hit the zoom button. 1,000 points. The captain will wear a hat for amount of time. So if you got those points, exclamation point hat, we'll get another one in there. All right, but it's true. The captain wears many hats. The captain wears many hats. So let's go look at what is the canonical way in XUnit What is the canonical way in XUnit? You know what, too? I'm going to up it here a little bit. So just so you guys know, you do get 108 points an hour just for hanging out in the chat. 108 points an hour. And then let's edit this. 108 points, so 9 points every 5 minutes. If you're a chatter, you get double. You know what we're gonna do? You're gonna get triple the points. Triple the points there. Apparently there's a members option. Ooh, that's interesting. Members option. What is a member? I don't even know what that is. That's a good question. Going to be mini hats. Yeah, mini hats. Go for it. Go for it. And I often give just bonus points for being cool and hanging out, helping me, backseat coding, and Reg for asking. Like your fingers, hands, those kinds of members. Yeah, your little members. Now that I'm on Windows, I need to try this app out. Last time you was on, you were on Ubuntu. I'm a big fan of Firebot. One of the members will cost you an arm and a leg. That's right, G. Membership costs you an arm and a leg. People have been, I looked at Streamer.bot, I think is the other one people are trying to recommend me. So the one thing I didn't like about this one, Mary Kay, how did I come to 108 points? By accident. It just happens to work out that way. What happened to your points? Points. What's going on here? Let's fix that. R3JS Dev. Let's give you 2,000 points. I don't know why you have no points. Oh, cannot add your for R3. There's a bug. There's been a few people. It should let you get points without the follow. Thank you for the follow. Oh, he's too new. Gotcha. R3, thank you for the follow. My throat's all crumbly today. Hang on. It doesn't say you're brand new to the stream. To me, it shows. We'll look. You're not in the stream database for some reason, though. R3JS Dev. Thank you for following me. Today we got R3JS Dev. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the follow, R3JS. Let's see what's going on here. There have been a few usernames that for some reason don't get added. I have to manually add the user into the database. Which is super weird. So like if I search for R3JS, you're not here. For some reason, you're not here, and it's supposed to add you automatically. There was some other people that didn't work, and I had to manually import a user and to get you in. To get export files from Streamlabs chat or connection, go to. All right, so let's see if we can create split Excel and find the file called name. So I can't quite remember. There's like a format I have to do to get you in here. R3, I'm so sorry. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it here on stream. But I also don't want to forget. There's a file here. Here, let's open data folder here. Everything's gonna get broken here. We're gonna break it all, folks. Database. See where I made the user's copy. Let's duplicate this. Something horrible is almost certainly gonna happen here. Let's try it. Backup. Backup. All right, users. Backup 2. All right. This is scary. All these files here. Users backup. This is today. All right, I think I can get rid of some of these. All right. We only delete the ones that are this one. All right, these are all pretty old. Okay. So this is the current one. What I did, let's see if we can do it. Let's get you. So like we have this crazy file. We have this crazy file with all the people in here. Here's how I did it before. Copy 2_new backup. Exactly, CodeMuck. It's all about consistency. Let's open up a new text file here. Username is R3JS Dev. All right, R3JSDev. Let's go with display name here. We have to select, this ID is the scary part because it's like, what do I select for the ID here? How do I keep it from being a duplicate? I have no idea, but we're gonna try. There's a lot of users here. Hang on. We've had a lot of people come through, folks. Apparently we've had a lot of people. Jeez, there's a lot of people in here. Oh no, I deleted users. Copy 2 of copy. Yeah. Let's try something here. It's at a 0 to the end of that. That will work, maybe, possibly. Currency. Let's see if we can get this user in here. Increment the latest user ID by 1, of course. By 10. I multiplied it by 10. That's what I did, R3Dev. All right. All right, let's see if we break everything. Let's see if we break everything here. Hang on. We'll duplicate that. All right. I bet it won't let me change this file here. All right, let's open. This is a terrible idea. This is a terrible, terrible idea here. But it's fun. It's fun to play dangerous games. It's fun to play dangerous games. Let's save that. All right, let's hit refresh. All right, R3JS. R3JS, gotta take risks. Yeah. What if I save this as .db? There's no users in my database. Let's choose a file here. Where is this folder? What am I looking at? How do I get here? Go back. All right. Madness, folks. This is true madness. Cannot read this file. Please follow the instructions above. Create split Excel and find the file called name of currency. To get the export file in Streamlabs, I don't care about the Streamlabs. I want to know what is the format that I need here. Thank you for the sus, Mr. Natural. Thank you for the sus. I appreciate it. I think it wants me to reload this file. I think it got overwritten. All right, R3JS. All right, folks, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. Firebot, I'm closing Firebot. All right, closed Firebot. This is probably what I need to do. We're gonna, yeah, see, it overwrote that. We're gonna add you in here, R3. All right, we're gonna start Firebot back up. Starting Firebot back up. The first command is going to be all wonky now. The first command is going to be all wonky. I bet I could have just turned off the connection to chat. Let's go check in viewers. All right, R3JS. There you are. You're in there. The bot's not connected, but you're in here now. All right, we're connected to chat. R3, type exclamation point here. Type exclamation point here. Chalks was first. Congratulations, Chalks. Try it's points. Try with an S on the end of it. Okay. All right. Points. Add R3. 2,000 points. All right. It lets me give you points too. Here, if we refresh it, boom. What? Oh no! Why are there 2 of you? Why are there 2 of you? That's interesting. Well, you're double. You're double. That is weird. But I guess okay. This one says, see, R3, I knew you. See this. Oh, it says you joined in October. Actually, I have an AI learned to clone myself. New lesson for your students. Why you don't edit databases live? It's true. It's true. Everyone, if your points got messed up, I'm sorry. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. All right, someone asked, why is it 108 points per hour? And the answer is, by default, the base payout here was set to every 5 minutes to give 9 points, and I didn't change it. We could modify this here. Every 1 minute. What do we want the pointage to be? Every 1 minute you get 2 points. All right, every 1 minute you get 2 points. So that's 120 points per hour. 120 points. If you're active, you get double. Boom. Ship it. So you can get up to 240 points per hour. So here's the thing though. Now you have to be active during that minute. It's better at 5. It's better at 5. Let's go with 5. Let's go with 5. All right. And then we'll multiply this by 5. It brings you to 10. And then we'll multiply this by 5. There we go. Because otherwise you have to be active every minute to get the bonus points. And this is just like every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes you'll get the bonus points here. All right, there we go. R3JS, I'm glad you're learning. You're a learning machine, R3. You're a learning machine. All right, everybody. Look, it's a fun digression. It's a fun digression here. It's true, you can still chat every minute. It's true. It's true. I guess what I could do is make it chat just had like an even bigger bonus. I don't know. Well, thank you for the here, Locks. Thank you for the here. Clonage, Mr. Natural. Trying to clone yourself. Nice try. Welcome back, BS Repellent. Glad to hear. Who am I? Where am I? What am I? All right, so as we were doing before, constructor must have at least size 2. So we're gonna look it up here. We're gonna see if we can find XUnit. I didn't mean to close that. That's okay. XUnit test exception. All right. So I think when I was looking in here, it wasn't particularly easy to do. Assertion in XUnit. In XUnit, the ability to test the exception throwing behavior of code is fundamental in designing robust tests. You can do this by using the assert throws method. The assert throws method is one of the most commonly used methods for asserting exceptions in XUnit. This method allows you to write a test that checks whether an exception is thrown when executing the code under test. The method takes 2 arguments, the type of exception that is expected to be thrown and a delegate that contains code you want to test. Okay, so my question is, what type of exception do we want to have thrown here? What type of exception? So do we want to have a custom exception that says that an invalid board size exception? Maybe. We could also use a generic one, which is like an invalid state exception. Invalid, let's see, invalid, new, invalid, or what is it? Operation exception. Argument exception is what it'd be. New argument exception. Argument exception, because this argument is not allowed. All right, so we're gonna do assert dot throws an argument exception. Exactly, CodeMuck, an invalid argument exception. Invalid argument exception. We have to do type of. See, type of. All right, and then we have a delegate here. And the delegate's pretty straightforward. It is just a new board of size, like this. This should be it. Something's going interesting here. .NET build. Is this my error messages aren't showing up? Then we're using a generic one since there's no way you'll use an invalid board size exception. Correct. And again, in the trying to keep it simple. If I was trying to teach students how to create exceptions, I might do that. Be like, okay, it turns out you can make your own custom exceptions internally, but the user, so here's the thing, the user likely will not be touching this code. The user of your program, the programmer is going to be calling the constructor, the user will not be calling this constructor. If you wanted some kind of special message to the end user, you might create a thing here that is a board size exception, and then you can have that in a handler up above. But this really is a thing that isn't going to happen This is more of a programmer safety measure. A programmer safety measure. Invalid argument exception. Why? Something's gone wrong here. I'm missing a comma. See, my errors aren't showing up here. And let's try reloading this window. This is why sometimes VS Code is just a little finicky when you're dealing with solutions. And why does this keep opening? I keep closing you. No, don't save. All right, let's try a build here now. Okay. Warning, actually, do not use type of expressions to check exceptions. Use assert throws. Invalid argument exception. Thank you. No. It must be argument. It's just argument exception. Okay. Okay, like that. Not enough hats, Tommy. If you want to add more hats. The fedora and the red hat are... I need to get a red hat. I need to get a red hat. Crizzy wants me to set up a hat donation, a way you can donate hats to me. I'm thinking about how to do that. I think that could be fun. Here's the thing. There needs to be the... I don't usually wear ball caps. I don't think I have any ball caps, and I suspect I'll get a lot of like baseball caps, which I don't wear. I don't tend to like. You'll notice all my hats are like brimmed hats, full brimmed hats. Could have just joined your stream without mentioning anything related to Linux. That's okay. Your Linux is welcome here. But I think getting a fedora. I think I have a fedora. Let's look up what is the definition of a fedora. It has like a smaller brim. I think NerdWaffle, that might be the way to define fedora. Yeah, so I do have a fedora. We can add that one next. I was pretty sure this one was a fedora. I don't know what the definition of a fedora is, but I do have that one. But we got to get a red hat. We'll have to get a red hat as well, so that I can just keep putting on. I need to get a white hat. So I already have some black hats. So it's a white hat hacking, black hat hacking. We got a red hat. We got a fedora. Amazon wish list might be a good one, but then it does restrict the type of hats people can. It restricts it to specific hats. We'll see. Maybe I'll set a thing up where when you donate hats, I'll donate money to some charity as well. All right, so throw exception here. All right, so we're gonna throw this exception. All right, what are other properties here? So pretty straightforward. Construct it. We have a size. Remove piece, set piece, get piece, and is occupied. Is occupied here. Okay, so I need to buy a cheap but not immediately breaking Linux compatible capture card, preferably USB, but UBS would be acceptable. Any recommendations? I have no recommendations. I don't use a capture card. A USB, no problem. I wasn't sure what UBS was, so that makes sense. I have no opinions. I know nothing about capture cards. If you find something good, Tommy, I have been considering switching to getting a streaming computer, specifically for the streaming. That way I could switch context, because there's some projects I want to do without having to change my streaming setup a bunch. This summer, I want to do an arcade cabinet and build it on stream this summer. We'll see what happens when we get there, but I think that'd be really cool. I'm putting together a workshop in my garage, and we'd be making the arcade cabinet, programming the hardware, putting it together, I have all the components for it, aside from the actual wood for the cabinet. And I think that would be pretty cool. Let me see if I can find it here. Hang on, folks, I'll be right back. I'm still in the room, I'm just in the other side of the room here. Here it is. So I have all of the joysticks and stuff. And so I kind of want to set up a laptop as my streaming, the thing that does the streaming, and have it wired in wherever I happen to go. but then be able to capture to it for it. I think that would be super cool. But yeah, so I want to do an arcade. I've built an arcade camera before. It's been a while, but I want to put together like a video series on putting arcade camera. So we have joysticks. We got 4 joysticks. We've got 4 sets of buttons, 4 sets of joysticks. The hardware. So these are the little these are the little controllers for them. So we got the little controllers. Hook them all up. Probably do it with a Raspberry Pi. And do like a MAME emulator, maybe a bunch of different emulators. I think that would just be so fun. Set up a proper NDI server for as well for streaming from the phone and switching cameras. Yeah. I want to do some cool stuff like that. I want to do my kitchen. People have been wanting me to do. I mentioned a few times, would people be interested in doing cooking streams? People don't. You guys know I love cooking, and I think it would be really fun to do some cooking streams and getting that set up so my streaming computer, I can move it around. It'd be really cool. See, this is why I want to apply to a startup. I want to wear many hats at once. Whimsically made. Welcome back to the stream. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Thank you for the nice, Mr. Natural. Exactly, and just being able to set it up over network. Right, exactly. So Tommy, keep me posted on what you end up doing, because I would love to know. I'd love to know. Also, Tommy, I didn't know. I'm following you. Do you stream on Twitch, Tommy? Do you stream on Twitch? Do you stream on YouTube? What do you stream? I am following you, but I'm not sure I've ever actually caught you live. I gotta go look now. If I stream on Twitch. Let's see. What was your last stream? I stream poker sometimes, some coding related stuff. Poker. I love me poker. I love me some poker. Schedule. Okay, cool. Let's give you a shout out, Tommy. Folks, later today, check this out. Later today, if you guys like the Rocket League, go check your local listings. But for me, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.-ish, my local time. But it looks like you have it, or did that already pass? You're doing Rocket League later today? Is this true, or is this not up to date? Need to kill my schedule. All right, folks, scratch that, Tommy. I'd love to check it out sometime. Okay. We're going to finish writing these tests here. Then we're going to take a break. So, set piece, get piece. I'm going to move these up. Set piece, get piece, remove piece are all things we need to be able to do. Okay. One thing that might be size is going to determine our rank and file as well. Our max rank and max file, that is. Okay. So I want to think about this a little bit, but yeah, I might start a new poker bankroll challenge. Very cool. Once I get a proper caps card. Mine broke after 1 use. Yuck. That's terrible. That sounds awful. That would be really, really frustrating. That'd be super frustrating. Let's write another test here. Public void. Get piece. Or set piece should set piece. Let's see here. Set piece should result in is occupied. All right. So set piece should result in is occupied. Okay. So we have a rank and file we're going to set. Size is now prominent. If you want to use a character file, what if size is 27? Do you use AA for the 27th file? That's a good question. Chalks, we might set a maximum size of 8. I haven't fully thought it through, but likely what would happen is we should set like a max size here on the board. We should probably set a maximum size here. 26 feels like maybe a reasonable one because it goes up to the each letter in the alphabet. A would be like 0, right? A would be index 1 all the way up to Z. So I think that might be a reasonable assumption, a reasonable thing to have here. So we can actually go all the way up to 26. 26 might be a reasonable size. Chalks, how do you feel about that? How do we feel about that? Constructor size must be between 2 and 26. So now we can say, okay, 27 also throws 100 throws. So an argument exception here saying that, well, we cannot be less than 2, we cannot be greater than 26. Okay. Set P should result in is occupied. Okay. So when we set a piece, we want to assign the piece that we do there. So this is an interesting one because we're doing set piece and there's no way to actually observe it. Int max value Mizzard? Maybe. So the way we index into our board is rank and file. File is a character that is A to Z or A to, A plus size here is really what we're doing. So the cool thing here is students will, when you implement this, you get to learn, oh, if I subtract a character by A, I'm going to get the index I want back out of it. But we're not going to do an int.max value there because I'm wanting the character to be something that so the user's potentially going to type in a start cell or something along those lines. But we're going to get a piece at a rank in a file. This is some chess terminology, which I think is interesting. All right, board test set piece should result in is occupied. I'm not sure if the get makes sense here. So again, we're like incrementally setting the value of things here. And we can say, if we make this a theory, okay, and we do an inline data here, where say int rank char file, like this. We'll say, okay, inline data lets us test some things, rank 1 A here, do a couple different ones, 7 B, 3 D, 6 F, something like this. We'll make a board of size 8. So we'll do board equals new board 8. And then we can check if that rank and file is set. So board.set piece. This is the thing we're kind of testing this here. Rank file. And we have to give it a piece as well. Chess piece.pawn. We don't actually care. This one doesn't care the type of piece that's being set, so it keeps it a little bit simpler. Although it all kind of gets implemented at the same time. All right. And then we'll do board.isOccupied rank file dot should be true. And there's one last thing. Is occupied should be false initially. If we never put something in it, it should be false initially. Do you think it makes sense from a negative 3z won't result in is occupied being true? Chalks, that is going to be part of an exception test. So that's going to be an out of bounds exception. It's going to be a out of bounds exception test for that one. So we're going to say, okay, well, if our board size is a specific size, there's a range of values. So part of me is thinking we might also want to provide something that looks a little bit like this, which is public maybe not an IEnumerable. Saleon Gaming, welcome back to the stream. How you doing, friend? I hope you're having a beautiful day. Happy Thursday. So part of me, and this could just be part of the exercise. This could be part of the exercise. We say public a list. We haven't learned about IEnumerables yet, but we might add an list int valid what do I want to say? Valid ranks. All right. So we have a thing here that returns the valid ranks, and then a public, and really it should probably be a set list of care valid files. Okay. And so this will return. This would return, you know, all of the values from 1. All right. So in this case, we actually have our size. The valid ranks are 1 through 8. So it'd be 4 int I equals 1. I is less than or equal to size I plus plus. And we, you know, for consistency, we might actually call this rank. And then we would, at the end of the day, return a list here. I'm doing absolutely wonderful. I'm doing absolutely wonderful, Salih. Thank you for asking. Or not asking, but thank you for that hope. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm waiting for debugging. You're waiting on debugging. Ranks equals new. We might do something like this. Ranks.add rank. Like this. So my students build up the rank. They could also make it, I can make it so they have to make it an array. But this will return the ranks that are valid. So this might be a thing that we just say, oh, well, this is going to print. You want this because you want to be able to draw your board in a nice way. Or is this just something that we can infer from it because of the size? These are questions you might want to ask. I might want to do this just as an exercise for my students to make sure that they understand, okay, what are the valid ranks? What are the valid files? And then you can use that in here to say, okay, you should be able to look at this and observe and say, oh, okay, 0 doesn't happen to be a valid rank. Valid files happen to be a rank. We could do is, what do you think about is valid rank? The issue I'm having with this is I don't think you will ever actually use this method. In reality, I don't think you'd ever use this method. You might actually use this method. This one here that just gives us back valid ranks feels wrong. We'll call it ranks and files. I could see myself actually using this when I render the board to say, give me all my ranks back, give me all my files back. And so I know what the labels are. Initializing it at the beginning might make sense too. I'm not sure. Files here, I think would be okay. This would be care here, and we could do, you know, file like this. 1 less than 0, and this one is interesting because you do 0 less than or equal to size, and we're gonna do a plus file. Ooh, that's interesting. Care. It cast it to an int when I do the addition there, and then so we might do this here for files. I think I like this. I think I like this just as a programming exercise to practice these things. And there's more than one way to do this as well. I think I like that, to be able to get the valid ranks and files of the program exercise. I probably wouldn't write this if I was doing the implementation by myself, but as a programming exercise, I think this is potentially useful for understanding the problem, understanding what we're doing in this code. Thank you for the hat, JD. Let's add a hat to this stack here. We're going to put a fedora. There we go. Normal chess notation using lowercase chalks. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know. That's good to know. I did not know that. JD, how you doing, my friend? We reset our bot halfway through, so everyone gets some bonus points. Everyone gets some bonus points here. Let's go with lowercase a here. It's awesome. In this case, A, B, D, and F. And internally, we probably can just say, oh, we actually are just going to translate those to lowercase letters anyway. But we can do this here. So this lets me write another test. And I think I can tell my students, hey, do this, then do this one, then do this one, then write some of these other methods as well. So like slowly building it up. CodeMook, I'm glad it looks good to you. Folks, do you guys know JD does dev? JD plays sax. JD does impersonations. JD does it all.
Like you're talking with Captain. Let me see if I could do my Captain impression. I am not the Captain, but my eyebrows also move in a way like the Captain.
Thank you for the impression, JD. I hope you're doing well. You set up your merch store. Awesome. Can I get link, JD? I need to get myself that mug. I need to get the mug with the JD Big Brain. I need the Big Brain JD. Feel free to drop me a link because I want to get one. I want to get one because I saw it on one of your clips and I was like, oh man, I need that. I need it. I want it because I'm a mugger. I'm a mugger. I have lots of mugs all over. I have 2 mugs on my desk, but I have so many mugs. It's ridiculous. Okay, so set piece. So before we even get here, we can look at this. JD does dev. Thank you for the link to your 4th wall. Thank you for the link to your 4th wall here. Let's check out what you got because I want it. What about a mug shot? JD, this is a mouse. Oh, it's a coaster. JD, where's the big brain? Where's the big brain mug? I need the big brain mug. We need a mug command. What the mug command is? It gives us a mug shot. I need the big brain. I want this one. It's the black mug. Oh, is it on the other side? No, I want the, this isn't what I want. This isn't what I want. I want, maybe I'm wrong. Are there more options? JD, I want the one with this image. I want the one with this image here. You have to switch mugs. Look, I never said I was a smart, cookie. That's the mug I have so far. Gotcha. I swear, am I wrong? Did I see that you had the big brain mug, JD, or was I imagining it? I'm gonna bookmark this. I need to bookmark it over here. We'll be back to that soon. This is the one I've been drinking from. I swear, I'm gonna have to go look through your clips. I swear you have one. I could be wrong. I swear you have one with the big brain. You sure you don't have a mug with the big brain on it? You don't have a big brain mug? That's what I thought I saw. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna find it because I can make one just for you. I would totally buy it. This one's cool too, but it'd be I want a big brain mug. I want a big brain mug. Let me know, JD. I got your site bookmarked. I'm gonna go check it out. Thank you again. You have to switch mugs, but then switching mugs is interesting because then I have to like pour my drink into another mug. I wouldn't mind the switching of the mug. It's just the contents of the mug are not. It's not like a hat where the contents spills messy. I spill enough coffee without having to switch the mugs. Okay. I want to add in a test here. You have to pour the contents in the mug. It's the law. It's the law. Theory. So we're gonna do another theory here. Public void. Ranks should be 1 to size. Okay. And we'll say int size, and then the last part here should be a list. They're not gonna let me do int expected. Can I do arrays here in my inline data is the question. Inline data 2 1 2. Can I do an array here? I don't know that I can. New int array. I can. Okay. New int array here. Can I do a new? I don't think I can do a list though. Yeah, I can't do a list, but I can do an int array. That's interesting. I have to specify it this way. This might be a little bit tricky for my students to read and understand. But we can explain it here. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll do one more for 8. Let's do an odd number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So now we'll say that board B, board equals new board of size, like this. And then we want the order to match. We'll say 4. We'll get back, this gives back a list of ints. Maybe I have them return an array, I'm not sure. Ranks is equal to board.ranks. And then I'll just do a thing that says all of the indices for int ix equals 0, ix less than ranks.length count and expected.length. Oh, no. Hang on. We want to say ranks.count.should be size. Needs to have this many ranks in it. Okay. And then we're going to go through the size here. ix++. You don't need to pass in 1, 2 in your expected data. The test can just test that the content start and end. I could do that. I like my students to be able to see what I'm passing in here, I think. I want them to be able to see it. Test arbitrary size. I mean, the max size is going to be 26, right? The max size is going to be 26. Could do a start and an end. It becomes... I think this is a little easier to visualize. So test should be as clear as possible. And I think having a start and end makes it a little bit less clear. I already don't like that I have a for loop in here. I think this will actually give you enough confidence that it's working. I think this gives you enough confidence that it's working. I don't think we need to do it all. I don't think we have to actually iterate through all of them. I think this tests don't prove your code is correct. It gives you confidence that it's correct. And you can still pass the tests and have failing code. But if these tests pass, it feels like I'd have confidence that the pattern is continuing onward. I would have confidence that the pattern is continuing onward. And part of me already doesn't like that I'm looping through this. What I could do is ranks dot should be subset of expected. So I believe this will work. It's saying basically this says that it needs to contain all of these values. The order doesn't matter. In this case, the order doesn't matter, and I kind of think that is okay. Again, it's the spirit of it, rather than them being exactly identical. Pustak says testing can't prove that something doesn't have bug. It raises confidence about the tested object, software in that case. Yeah, and one thing I think tests tend to do is make you provide confidence when you refactor. Tests are actually, in my opinion, mostly for refactoring. Not completely, but mostly for refactoring, and when you're adding new features, making sure you didn't break something that was already working in an intended way. Rank should be 1 to size. And I think for this one, you're right, that start and end. You're a QA engineer. That's awesome. This one's going to be care here. All right. And so this one, we're going to have files should be A to size. I love getting opinions. Talking to QA people gives you a lot of insight. I was gonna say I'm a weird person. I'm not. I don't think I'm weird. I am one of those people that finds testing endlessly fascinating. Endlessly fascinating. B, C, D, E, G. Okay. And now this should be, instead of ranks, files. It's a list of care. And we'll rename this to files. But you can look at this and hopefully the simplicity, I think this would be unclear with the start letter and the end letter. I think this would be unclear with a start letter and an end letter. But I think it is quite clear this way, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. One thing that I think is kind of important here, I think the order actually matters. I think the order kind of matters here, but I'm gonna try not to sweat it. I'm gonna try not to sweat it here. I think our implementation of these will actually work. This is interesting that no tests show up here. It might be there was a compilation error in the whole project. There they are. Okay, there they are. Give us some confidence here. And normally I put all my board tests together, but I might actually break this out into separate files so it's not all in order, or put the test in the order I want my students to you know, the suggested order of implementation. All right. Test set piece should result in is occupied. Then we'll do set piece should result in get piece having, you know, get piece. I'm not sure. Get set piece should result in get piece having same, you know, returning same piece. Something like that. The name is getting long. The name is getting long. And now though I need to take, here's the cool part, because I define it as an enum, I can pass the piece in here. I can pass the piece in here, piece like this. I just have to now specify that the piece. And the reason I was doing the is occupied one here before is because if you try and get a piece that hasn't been set, it's going to throw an exception. It's going to throw an exception. So we'll do chess piece dot pawn, and we're no longer testing is occupied. We're testing get piece here, and this one should be the same as piece. The piece we pass in is the piece we get out. Chess piece dot knight, chess piece dot let's go with rook. Let's do one for each of the pieces. Chess piece dot queen, and we'll do one more. 5 A, B, C, D, E, pawn, knight, rook, bishop. I don't know why, but my brain wants me to do this. Okay. My brain wants that to be the case. All right, so we don't actually care about, we're not testing is occupied here. We're testing get piece and set piece have a symmetry to them. When you set a piece, you can get the piece back. When you set a piece, you can get the piece back. All right. Remove piece should, you know, do another one here. It's gonna look like this. Remove piece should result in, let's see, what did I say? Should result in is not occupied. Okay, so when we remove a piece, it becomes not occupied. We don't care about the piece we're actually setting there. All right. Int rank file. So in this case, when we set piece dot pawn, and then we're going to remove board dot remove piece rank file, board dot is occupied rank file dot should be false. Do these should be true? We should do should be true. Okay. So now, after we set a piece and then remove a piece, we check that the is occupied. What is the state of this thing? How does it change as we do it? Set piece works in that way. Okay. Which methods have we not tested? So we did remove piece, set piece, get piece, is occupied. So we have tests for all of these. Now I want to do exceptions here. Do exceptions. You cannot, you shouldn't be able to remove a piece if it's not occupied. Get piece, you shouldn't be able to get a piece if it's not occupied. Set piece always works as long as it's within bounds. So we have like some bounds checks. All right. So public void, we'll do a bound check for set piece, cannot set piece outside of board, like this. And again, we'll take an int, size, int rank, char file here. And the idea being that we create a board that is this size, and then we're going to pass in the rank and file for setting a piece, and it should throw an exception. So again, this one is not an argument exception, it's like an out of bounds exception here. So I'm going to change argument exception in a section. So board dot set piece, rank, file, and any piece here. Should throw, not an argument exception, but what are our bounds exceptions? Index, out of range exception. Range exception. Not in range. What do we think? Not in range. Oh, this part of X unit. Let's go with index out of range exception. Argument out of range exception. What do we think? Because do we think argument out of range? Let's go read the docs on this one here. The exception that is thrown when the value of an argument is outside the allowable range of values as defined by the invoked method. Okay, I like that. Versus index out of range exception. Let's see what this one says. The exception is thrown when an attempt is made to access an element of an array or collection with an index that is outside of bounds. Okay. So what do we think? Argument out of range or index out of range? I'm not sure. Here. Prophets, welcome back to the stream, my friend. How the heck have you been? Length of coffee cup. Our coffee cup is empty here. Our coffee cup is, that's not true. So you can't see it. Oh, maybe if I tilt it enough, you can't, there's just a little dribble in there. Length of coffee cup. My estimate is 4 inches, 3.5. 4, I don't know. We might have to measure it. If we measure it in ounces, I think it's 13 ounce cup. Oh, wrong button. All right. I like the 15 ounce one. It's definitely argument. The thing calling set piece shouldn't need to care that there's an array being used internally. Yeah, so the question is board a collection? I don't think it is. So. I think argument out of range exception is the correct one here. Chalks, thank you for that. Chalks, you've been super helpful here. Points. Add Chalks. I'm loving it. I'm loving the assistance here. Some bonus points to you. Folks, we're about to take a break. I'm running. Hang on. We're going to do an inline here. Let's finish this one. Then let's inline data. Size, let's go with 2. A rank that is out of range would be 0. A would be out of range. Okay. 0A would be out of range. 1C would be out of range. Let's go with a slightly better. We are out of bean water. Yeah, we gotta get some more bean water here. Let's go with a 3 here. 0 is always going to be out of range, so that one's an easy check here. 3 is in range. Let's go with 4. 4C would be out of range. 3D would be out of range. Let's do a couple here like this. Let's make it a little bit bigger now. A little bit bigger now. Go 8, 8. A 1, 4, 3. An 8 would be in range, but a 9 is out of range here. A 9 is out of range here. 8 would be in range. C, what is that? It's C, D, E, F. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. H is our max here, so H is in range. So we'll do an H here, but an I here for being out of range that way. Okay. So this is sort of cannot set piece outside of board. Need a test where both rank and file are out of range, not just one of the two. Ooh, good point. Good point, Chalks. Good point. Let's try a board of size 6, and we'll do we'll do a 10 here. This one's the getting the edge case is kind of important. This one is an obvious one. This one's an obvious one. 10 and right on the edge, I think is the best way to test it. 7 and H, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 5, 6, 7, yeah, G, there. Oh, we're on size 7, G, H, sorry. I thought this, oh no, 6 is the size. H, there we go. There we go. Is that right? Can I say size equals? It doesn't, I wish I had a thing here just so that it would be labeled a little bit better. But that's okay. We can sit down size, rank, file. So these are the exceptions here. All right, folks, we've been going for almost 2 hours. Almost 2 hours. I try to take a break every 90 minutes. We got to take care of ourselves. We're going to take a quick break. I'm out of water. Almost out of water. Hang on. Now I'm out of water. I'm gonna get myself some more bean water, some more fresh water. I'm gonna encourage you guys to get up, move around just for a minute. When we come back, we're gonna get some stretches in. We're gonna take care of ourselves. Get your whole crew together. Get your whole crew together because you gotta take care of yourself. The captain loves you. You should love you. You gotta take care of yourself. We'll be back, folks. Hats are resetting after the break. We'll see you there. All right, Captain Coder's back. I missed you guys. I hope you didn't miss me too much. Maybe not at all, but that's okay. We're gonna get some stretches in here.
Pay attention.
We're gonna get some stretches here. Code Monk, thank you for the welcome back. I appreciate you. Hat redeems on cooldown, JD. Sorry. You only get, the hat stack reset there. Maybe I should make it every, maybe I need to make that have a little bit of a reset on it. I don't know. I got to figure it all out. JD, I don't know. It's 1,000, right? Yeah, it's 1,000 points. Pooh Stack, thank you for the hat redeem. Let's get a hat in here. All right. Ooh, that one looks pretty. I look kind of snazzy. I could go out on the town, go find some friends out there, have a beautiful day. Let's get some stretches in here, folk. The shirt doesn't do it justice, but the fedora's pretty. I have like a whole outfit that goes with this hat, actually. Let's get some stretches in, folks. Stand on up with me. Let's start out with a nice trunk twist, feet, shoulder width. My feet are too far apart. Feet, shoulder width apart, and we're gonna just rotate nice and slow back. Profits. We're talking about. I need to get a red hat. I have a fedora. We need to get a red hat. I have a lot of black hats. We need to get a white hat. And then we need to hack the planet. Yeah, hack the planet. Hands up at the side. Just a nice rotation back and forth. Welcome back, Dragon Dust. Or is it Drag on Dust? I would say Dragon Dust, but maybe it's Drag on Dust. It has a capital there. Oh, yeah. Welcome back to, we got a follow here. Oh, that felt good. Let's get up here. Dragon Dust. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for following me today. We've got Dragon Dust following us. Thank you for being here. Oh, yeah. Definitely not JD's bot. It's definitely not JD's bot. Welcome to the stream. That's hilarious, JD. Thank you for bringing in the extra here. Oh, let's get some shoulder rolls in. Dragon Dust. Let's get some shoulder up. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Just rolling back. 2, 3, 4. Add the elbows. 2, 3, 4. Pull arm. Thank you for the hat redeem, JD's. Definitely not JD's bot. 4. We'll add it in a second. Roll it forward. 2, 3, 4, add the elbows. 2, 3, 4, full arms. 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, shake it out, folks. Shake it out. Let's get some neck rolls in. Let's get some neck rolls in there. Get some. I'm gonna swap these ones out. It looks better. And see, I can do this all day. I can do this all day. All right, let's get those neck rolls in, neck down, and just gonna roll it around. Oh yeah. Oh, nice and slow. Don't force your neck into any particular position. Any particular position. Just let gravity do the work. Gravity do the work. Let's go the other way now. Get some nice rollage in there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it feels good. Last roll. Last roll here one more time. Oh, bring it around. And back up. Nice. Nice. Oh, thank you guys so much for joining me in those stretches. Points for joining me in those stretches. 250 points to all you beautiful people out there. All those wonderful peoples out there. All right, let's pop back in. If I missed a hat redeem, let me know. I think there were just the 2 there. Definitely not JD's spot. Definitely not. JD's bot has followed me, and I would like to say thank you. JD's bot, I know, is not following me, but definitely not JD's bot is following me. Thank you for the follow. Definitely not JD's bot. I feel like there might be a little bit of abuse going on here. Don't do it. Come on, definitely not JD's bot version 2 points. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a hilarious thought there. Okay, so we are working on our chess game. We're writing test here. Set out of bounds. Cannot set piece outside of board. Cannot. What we can do this. Cannot get piece outside of board. This one should be relatively simple. Cannot get piece outside of board. We'll just do get piece here. This one should throw an exception as well. Cannot, the bot had to change its name because Cap has, look, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't never done nothing to no one, never. I ain't never done nothing to no one. Cannot, cannot is occupied must be within board. Like this. And then we can do is occupied. There we go. So these are all like kind of the same thing, but just for some robustness on them, I suppose we can do that. And then the last, there's a couple more. We don't want to be able to get a piece or remove a piece if it's not set. It's not set. So this ensures that when we call get piece, we're getting back an actual piece. So get piece must be occupied. Okay. So get piece must be occupied here. And so when we get a piece, by default, the board doesn't have these. We don't actually care about size in this case. Rank and file. Let's come up to these inbounds ones. All right, these are all inbounds here. And if we try and get a piece, get piece at one of these locations, it should be unoccupied by default. I believe we want an operation exception. Invalid operation exception is sort of in Java. I believe this would be called an illegal state exception. The exception that is thrown when a method call is invalid for the object's current state. So invalid operation exception here. So we're not allowed to do this at this point in time. Okay. Same for remove piece. Remove. What do we think about remove piece? Does remove piece require something to be occupied? Does remove piece require something to be occupied? If there's no piece there, another alternative would be that remove piece returns a bool saying whether or not the board state has changed. That would be an option. Does anyone have strong feelings one way or the other? So I'm going to say that you can only remove a piece if there is actually a piece there. So when we initialize the board, it's all empty. Okay. Okay, so I think we have our tests here. These should pretty much fail. The bot had, oh, sorry. I thought I saw something over there. All right, refresh this. Our tests are hopefully fail. Ranks and files, I think, are implemented properly. No, they're not. Oh, yeah, because we do have our board size being set in the constructor there. Kercoder. Welcome aboard. We got the Kercoder following me. Kercoder, welcome, my friend. Kercoder, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Captain Coder's Academy. Happy to have you here. Happy to have you here on this beautiful day. All right, so let's go ahead and implement this board. Should be a relatively simple container, but we have some private things inside. So private here, I'm going to do a private array. In my mind, it's going to be an array of chess piece question marks. So these can be null. They can be null here. I could use a dictionary as another option, but my students won't know about dictionaries just yet. So I'm going to see if doing it as a chess piece here, I'm going to do a multi-dimensional array. It doesn't have to be multi-dimensional. I'm going to do a multi-dimensional array. Like this. And let's see here. Yeah, multi-dimensional array. And we'll just call this data. Maybe call it board under the hood. And when we start up here, this becomes a chess piece of size, comma, size. Let's see, new array of chess piece size, comma, size. And I think this initializes them all to null values. So this is sort of like a maybe chess piece here. A maybe chess piece. When we set a chess piece, we need to convert our rank and file to the correct location here. So in our data, we have rank -1 because our rank is the numbers 1 through the size. So it's like but we index by 0 here. And then we're going to do lowercase a actually. Is that right? File minus lowercase a. We're going to assign that the piece here. This should be pretty straightforward here. One thing we might do is translate this to a lowercase a, but that's not part of the I'm not sure if that constraint is something that we care that much about. I could do file is equal to file char dot to lower like that. And I think technically you want to do to lower invariant. Let's see what the difference is. Converts the value of a Unicode character to its lowercase equivalent using the casing rules of the invariant culture. Typically you want to do that. I think I'm going to do just to lower here for now. So we're going to convert it to a to lower. This is not something my students are required to do. It's just a convenience. And then we set the value in there. Okay. Get piece does an inverse of this. Keep in mind, I haven't done my bounds checks yet. Rank -1. You know what? I'm going to leave this out. I'm going to leave this out for now. File minus A. Is this still doing... yeah, A plus. There we go. File minus A dot value. It's going to say, hey, this thing might be null. This is great, actually. This is great that it lets us do stuff like it'll tell us whether it's null. We can use this to our advantage. Captain Anosa, welcome back to the stream, my friend. We are working on, I should update that. We're working on a chess puzzler game. Oh, Captain Anosa, you were here yesterday. You were the one that redeemed the solitaire chess. We're writing, I'm gonna turn that into a programming challenge for my students. I'm turning that into a programming challenge. Captain Anosa, how have you been? How much time do you got left on Pirate Software Game Jam? Pirate Software Game Jam must be coming up on the end here. A little more than a day. A little more than a day. 1 day, look at that. Yeah, it's with the scaredy cat. Yeah, it's coming up on it. Coming up on it. Yeah, I'm having fun with this. And so this is gonna help us find it. I leave for a month and I come back to hats on hats. Donnie, we added, yeah, it's the hat redeem. I made a lot of progress yesterday. Glad to hear it. 1,000 points, add a hat to the stack. People discovered I have hats. That's what happened. We are working on a chess puzzle game. A chess puzzle game. We are implementing a very simple data structure here to represent our board. Our board is a grid of chess pieces. We wrote our unit test, and now we're writing an implementation to see if we can get those to pass. Get them to pass here. One thing we want to do here, I kind of want to write a helper function. My students won't do this, but maybe do int here. It says, a public bool is in bounds. Int rank char file like this. And then what I want to do is if rank return TBD gamer, thank you for the raid. TBD gamer, how was your stream? Thank you for raiding, thank you for being here today. TBD gamer, how was your stream? What were you working on? How we doing on this beautiful day? Got any links to share with us? Stream was great. If you got a raid and run, don't worry, just let me know. So we're inbound if the rank is greater than or equal to 1, and the rank is less than or equal to size, and the file minus a, same thing, file minus a greater than or equal to, hang on, 0 here, and file minus a is less than size. There we go. So we're in bounds if this is the case. We're in bounds if this is the case here. I do have to run. No worries, my friend. 2 little dogs that are crossing their legs. Have a beautiful day, TBD Gamer. Thank you so much for the raid. Rap time. Welcome back to the stream. Also, folks, let me give a shout out here. TBD Gamer, thank you so much for the raid. TBD Gamer, be sure to give TBD Gamer a follow. Thank you again for the raid. Donnie, I missed your hat redeem. There we go. Let's get one in here. Thank you for the hat redeem. Thank you for the hat redeem. Let's go ahead and add a hat there to the stack. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Captain Coder appreciates you. All right, let's come back in. Raptine, how you been, my friend? How you been? So we know we're in bounds here, if this is the case. So we can do the following. We can say if we are not in bounds, is in bounds. I'm just going to change this to inbounds. If we are not in bounds, rank file, then we want to throw a new argument out of range exception, like so. And this goes for our get piece and our is occupied. This is why is occupied is a good one to write first. One of these better ones to write first, because we are occupied if data at, I'm writing this code here quite a bit, rank -1, file -1. And so this index here is interesting to me. We're occupied if this is not null. Or we can do has value. Is occupied is if we has a value here. All right. So if we has a value, then we is occupied. Okay. We can do a thing that says if we is not occupied at rank file, throw a new invalid operation exception. Okay. And then we kind of know, we can use this exclamation point here to say, by the way, I know this has a value because is occupied is returning true here. So we kind of check that here. So it's interesting, but this is where you end up with like these interesting things happening, and like checking the is bound checks multiple times. How should I deal with that? I could also manually put, not manually, but I could do this dot has value. You say if it does not have a value, we do that. I kind of thought it was going to tell me that I could do this here. I kind of thought that it was going to automatically find that, and I wasn't going to have to do this, which is interesting. Interesting here. That's a lot of hats. Apex Pixelated, welcome to the stream. We got a few hats. Here. 1, 2, 3. Captain Coder wears many hats. And today we're currently wearing 3. We've had 3 hat redeemed since we came back from our break. For 1,000 points, I'll add a hat to the stack, Apex Pixelated. And just to get you started, Apex Pixelated, here's 1,000 points in case you want to see a new hat, another hat added. Exclamation point hat if you want to get a hat added to the stack. Look, we gotta feed that point energy. You know I do. Exclamation point hat. There it is. There's our hat redeem. Let's go ahead and add a hat to this stack. All right, there it is. Thank you for the hat redeem, Dragon Dust. Thank you for the hat redeem. Here we go. We're 5 hats deep, folks. 5 hats deep. You're lucky there's a 3-hour cooldown on my hat. I should be wearing 8 more hats. It's true. See, Donnie, you weren't here. For the madness. Here, we gotta, this is what happens. Let me show you what happened. We had a hat overflow. We had a hat overflow here. Here, let's check this out. We had a hat overflow. Oh no, this is gonna be interesting. We got 1 hat. We got here's another hat. 2 hats. Add a hat to the stack. There we go. We're 4 hats deep. It's almost like, here we go. There we go. Unsigned digit. We got your hat on. Mr. Natural, thank you for the hat. See if we can get it in here. We got a lot of hats. People gave me that hat overflow attack. Another hat. I gotta zoom out. My camera might not zoom out far enough. It's the last hat. We got the last hat. The 1 hat. There. And 1 more. There we go. Perfect. All right. So if you can get all the hats, we put them in the hat sack. We get a hat over the icing on the cake. Exactly. We have fun here. Try and have some fun here. All right. Let's keep going. We're checking if we're not in bounds here. We can always set the piece. When we get the piece, we have to be in bounds, and there has to be a value there. This is similar to remove piece. If we're not in bounds, we're not there. If it doesn't have a value. So this is why I'm saying this one might be really, I don't know that we need this check here. for it in this one. I don't know if we need this check here. All right, so, but we're gonna set it to null here. And I think, let's see, do we pass all our tests? This is why we write unit tests. This is why we write unit tests here. Let's see what we missed. We probably missed something. Constructor must be between size 2 and 26. Okay, so we're gonna say if size is less than 2 or size is greater than 26, throw new argument exception. Board must be board size must be between 2 and 26. All right, let's see. Do we pass? Boom, we got our board test here. Beautiful. Let's do a commit. Let's remove. I don't need game. Chess puzzler solution. I don't think it even has game. I think we're just doing some. Yeah, game's not in there. All right, so we're gonna remove the game folder. Add this in. Let's see. We got board tests, logic using board, chess piece. Okay, get commit -m chore, finish, feature, add board class to project. Wrap time. That's one way. That's one way to solve all your problems. Just delete them. You know, whenever I have problems, I like to delete my problems too. I like to delete my part. Let's add some documentation. Sometimes I like to get. Let's see how ChatGPT does on documentation here. Let's see how ChatGPT does on documentation. I'm curious here how it'll do. The other question I have is, do I have? Isn't there like something I can use? Let's see what it does for my comments though. Comment this code. Add documentation to this C# code. Boom. Let's see what it does. All right. And just so you guys can see what's going on here, it's generating our comments for us, generating comments for us. We're going to use that here. I think this can be a good use of it. I know, Raptine. I know you're kidding. That's a good one. That's a good joke. Add Raptine. Great joke. 250 points. That one got me. That one got me. Oh, that one got me good. You got me good there. Let's go. We're gonna start copying this. Represents a chessboard with a dynamic size. All right. Gets the size of the board both width and height. I think that's an okay thing to put there. Okay. Then we have board. We have board here. I like this. Oops. Initialize a new instance of the board. I love that it's using cref class with a specified size. The size of the board must be between 2 and 6. Thrown when the size is not between 2 and 6. All right. Gets a list of integers representing the ranks. Okay. Try that one. I like so far so good. This is a use case I tend to actually like here. Get a list of files on the board. List of characters representing the files. All right, let's see what remove piece says. Remove piece. Removes a chess piece from the specified position on the board. The rank from which to remove the piece, the file from which to remove. Thrown if the specified position is out of bounds. Thrown if there is no piece at the specified position. Look at it go. Look at it go. Look at this LLM work. Look at this LLM work. I don't have to hire people to document my code anymore. Sets a chess piece at the specified position on the board. The rank, the file, the piece to place. Thrown if specified position out of bounds. Beautiful. Beautiful. Gets the chess piece at the specified position. Rank. Thrown if there's no piece at the specified position. Okay. So the one thing I don't like about all... Oh, that's cool. It is coming through just fine. Checks if a specified position on the board is occupied by a chess piece. True if the position is occupied, otherwise false. All right. I'm fairly satisfied with these comments. It's a pretty straightforward data structure, right? It's just a grid. It's a 2D grid with stuff. So it should be hopefully pretty straightforward. The rank to check, the file check, true if the position is within bounds, otherwise false. This is private, so we actually don't have to give... maybe we make this public. Maybe we make this public. This one's actually interesting. I like having it as a helper. Cool. I like how ChatGPT, how full chat, because this documentation provides a clear overview of what each method does. It's very proud of itself. Very proud of itself there. Okay. Let's get a commit in here. Git add, git commit, amend. So this should really have been part of the last commit there. Okay. Did I do a push already? Is it going to yell at me? I don't think I did a push yet. I did. All right. Pushed. Force it up. F. Push it up. Okay. Chess piece. These are the possible pieces in this game. Here's the board. Okay, so we have a board. Now, so the idea is if you implement the board first, now you have a logical thing here. So this is a data. This is a class that represents data. So that's one of the types. It's a noun class, has data in it. Another type of class we can use now. Another type of class we can use. Let's create a board that can draw, that can render our board. All right, a board printer type thing. Adding a toString might have been a way to go, but it's such a complex thing. Tostrings should usually be like tell you about the object, not say what is in the object. So it's the reason like list doesn't have, when you print out a list, it doesn't show anything. Saying, well, this thing represents an idea, the contents of which I don't necessarily need to show you. Let's add in a way to view this board. Let's add in a way to view this board. So I want to add in to, I guess this is in logic, so it doesn't necessarily need to be here, but I think I'm going to put it here anyway. I want to, let me think here. I want, trying to make things as testable as possible, but sometimes it's hard to test things that are visual. But I want to be able to output this. White Panther, holy cannoli. White Panther, did you know that I love you? White Panther, did you know that it's true? That I think you're beautiful. That I think you're great. That I know that you were meant to be. It's White Panther, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Raiders, welcome aboard. Welcome to Captain Coder's Academy. Let's give a shout out here. If you guys don't know, the incredible, the fabulous, the beautiful White Panther, be sure to give him a follow. Give her a follow. Be sure to give her a follow. Click that heart button. You know you want to. Incredible streamer, software engineer, developer, the most wonderful tweets going out on the platform formerly known as Twitter. Be sure to give her a follow, folks. You know you want to. You know you need to. Get over there. White Panther, what were you working on your stream? I'm sure you have permission, but let's just make sure. If you got any links for us to check out, drop them in the chat. Forget the hats. I'm looking at the board games. Forget the hats. Looking at the board games. It's true. It's true. We have a lot of board games. Let me show you. White Panther, send me links. If you got a raid and run, that's also fine. If you want to hop on, guest star, and so you can talk about it too, feel free to let me know. I'll bring you on. I'm happy to have you join us. I will keep calling it Twitter. It's the platform formerly known as Twitter. Also, lurker person, Miss Tess. Frozair, Gyro, Euros, is it Gyros Geyer or Euros Geyer? Lucy Carter, Lars the 18th, welcome to. This is Total Infancy, but this will be a collaborative music jamming kind of thing. Oh, this is what you were working on the other day when you were trying to do the, is this where you were trying to get the music notation? Bandwagon. Collaborative, all right. Can I press keys? Do I have to click it, or are there keys I can press? Oh, let me turn on. Captain Chica, thank you for the hat redeem. Let's add a hat to the stack here, folks. Hat on the stack. Captain Chica, thank you for the hat redeem. All right, let's come back to our view here. Notice there's a nice scroll bar on the side oh. All right. So Panther wrote a little app. White Panther wrote a little app, and it sounds super cool. There's going to be a lot of instruments, and I will be confining to different keys so you can jam on different instruments and all sound good. Well done. Yeah. Does it hook up? Hang on. Can it connect to my MIDI device? Here, let me ask. Can we connect it to my MIDI device here? So I have, for people who don't know, Captain Coder. Not yet, because I got my MPK mini player right here. I got it right here, ready to go. The guy, thank you for the 42. The guy who asked. Thank you for the 42. The guy who asked. Yeah, we were doing a bunch of music composition on stream the other day. White, the guy who asked. The guy points. Add the guy who asked. Let's give you 420 points for the 42. Thank you for reading the tags. Yeah. So people don't know Captain Coder. Raiders, welcome to the stream, by the way. I am Captain Coder. Captain Coder is me, and me is a computer science educator. My full-time job, my Monday through Friday job is teaching computer science and programming at a school for ages 10 to 14. I started streaming to record some content for my students. I fell in love with it. I was only going to stream for 25 days to get the recordings done. I fell in love with it, and here I am now. This stream is dedicated to learning and coding and growing together as a crew. And so if you have projects that you're working on, we want to see them. If you want to ask questions, do it. If you want to backseat code, go for it. That's how we learn and code and grow together as a crew. But fun fact, Captain Coder started out as a music educator. I went to college, better storytelling than Twilight. I went to college to be a music teacher. I wanted to be a band director. I fell in love with music when I was younger. And then it just kind of turned into computer. If I went back teaching and it paid enough, White Panthers, DM me. I might have, DM me on the Discord. White Panther, DM me on the Discord. We need to talk. Cause we may or may not be looking for super talented, awesome, amazing teachers to work at my fully 100% remote school that's international. Send me a message on the Discord. We'll talk. Maybe we can figure something out. Super part-time is something. You could work as little as 1 hour a week doing some teaching. Miss Tess, thank you for the follow. Miss Tess, thank you there. Thank you for following me today. Have you met Lurker? They're a person in the stream and they click that follow button. Welcome aboard, Lurker person. Thank you today. We also got Frozair. Oh, Frozair. Thank you for following me today. We got Frozair. Yes, Frozair. I don't know what I'd do without you today. Also, T-Dre son, I'd like to say, welcome aboard, welcome to the family. T-Dre son, welcome to the stream. TD Creations. TD Creation. Hang on, we gotta try again. TD. Hang on, we got. I'm running out of songs. Hang on, I gotta think of this one. TD Creations, thank you for following TD Creations. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for following me today. TD Creations, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you guys so much for all the follows. White Panther, thank you for the raid. You're incredible. I'd love to chat. If you're interested in teaching programming, music, anything interesting, send me a message. You have the setup, you have the personnel. I think you'd be awesome. But no pressure. All right. This looks super cool. I can't wait to see more. Beautiful White Panther. I'll send you a message after stream. Maybe we can connect and chat about it. This looks super cool. I can't wait to keep me up to date on what's going on with this. Keep me up to date what's going on with this. So, what is happening? All right. What is happening here, people? People, what are we doing here today? I am creating a chess. We do coding challenges here. So I'm a computer science educator, so I do computer science and programming. We're working in C#. The language that I teach as my introduction to programming language tends to be C#. Not always. I'm kind of falling in love with Lua. I think I'm going to make an intro to programming with Lua class. But someone did a board game redeem. We have a couple board games. Look, Captain Coder has a few board games. Yesterday, Captain Enosa redeemed the Solitaire Chess board game redeem. We went over Solitaire Chess, and I was realizing how cool of a programming challenge this could be for my students to implement. So we're writing it's a single player chess game that has it's a little simpler than full chess. A chess engine's kind of hard to make, but the rules are much simplified. So we're in the process of putting together some coding challenges for it. We just did some test-driven development. We created a board data type to represent a grid of chess pieces. We wrote unit tests for it, and we implemented it here. The next thing I want to do is we're going to write a tool for rendering the board to the screen. We're in the terminal. We're going to write a board renderer, a thing that will render the board as a string. I was thinking we might make... The reason I'm not going to make it let me think. Trying to keep things simple. We could add a toString, but toString isn't for doing like multi-line information. So instead, I want to write a class called Board Game Printer. Or Board Printer. Maybe we'll call it Board Printer. And this is an example of the board is a class that represents data. It represents a thing. A board printer represents a thing, a tool that does something with a thing. It does something with a thing. So a board printer here can draw a board. And part of me wants to make it an interface here. It's just me having flashbacks to my game dev CS study with the chess that we had to make and Horsenets where a pain to, the knights were our pain to implement. So Solitaire Chess, let me show you this. Look, you guys don't even have to do a board game redeem. Let me show you this. Let's switch to our doc cam real quick. Let me get my doc cam on. Doc cam. All right, so sorry, excuse the mess. I'm sorry for the mess here. All right, so Solitaire Chess has really simplified rules in which it's a single player game where you have some puzzle scenario set up like this. Let's go with an easier one. It's a little easier too. Let's go to an easier puzzle. So you have some setup like this, some setup and not folding the way I want. Fold better. So you have some setup like this. This book happens to have 4x4 grid. Until this one section over here is not too bad. Don't, just ignore the mess behind the curtain. It tilts to the side a little bit. Codebook. It's not as bad as it looks. It looks far worse. All right, so The idea, so the rules in solitaire chess are as follows. You set the board up here. So let's come down at an angle so we can see it a little bit better. Ah! Come on, Gravity. Gravity! Why must you punish me every day, Gravity? All right, so we have a... Oh, apparently there is a king piece. That is interesting. So we're going to have to add the king back in. I didn't think we had the king. So you have... Is that a king? It is. Okay. So all the pieces move like traditional chess pieces. All the pieces move like traditional chess pieces. Kind of. There's some simplification. So we have knights. Let's get a pawn in here. So the rules of solitaire chess, the rules in the chess puzzle game I'm going to make are inspired by this. Every move must capture a piece. Every move you must capture a piece. So a pawn can't actually ever move forward. So we don't have the rule there. A pawn can actually only move diagonal towards the other side of the board. The board is always going that way, this direction. So you don't have to program which direction the pieces always move away from you. And you always have to capture a piece. I only have a clear section where my arms are going daily. The part between the start of my desk up to the keyboard and mouse. Yeah, not bad. Look, I think that's pretty normal for us normies. Okay, so every move must capture a piece. So my knight, I know, is never going to move. My knight's never going to move. So one solution here, and it might be a little bit hard to see here, is to move the bishop here. This is one move. Move the bishop here. That's the second move. And then our king moves here and here. You are successful. If you manage to clear the board and have one piece left. That's how you solve the puzzle. So a puzzle has to be, you win if you're able to get through and take all of the pieces using moves. So you can't actually make, so it really reduces the complexity. So you don't have to check for checks. You don't have to check for checks. You don't have to, valid moves are only moves that take pieces. So you don't have to program the weird castling rules. You got to do the points give. Points give, name, and then amount, I believe. So this is the version we're implementing. So it's a simplified version. It's a single player version. We'll see what happens with it, but we're going to implement exclamation point hat. If you want to add a hat to the stack, it costs 1,000 points. So I don't have, let me show you real quick. I don't have channel points. I'm not an affiliate on Twitch. All the commands, I know I need to make a thing that shows the commands. All of the commands, not all of them, but many of the commands are listed down. Hat now, JD's demanding a hat. Thank you for the hat redeem, Ms. Tess. Thank you for the hat redeem. We're going to add a hat to the stack here. Thank you for the hat redeem. I appreciate it. Let me pack this game up here. We're going for it. JD's found the loophole. JD has found the loophole. Lurker person, thank you for the hat redeem. Let's add a hat to the stack here. Hey, I gotta be careful. What is the hat limit? You gotta keep going. If you want to get a hat overflow, you gotta get enough people here. We're gonna have to zoom out so we can see it. Is this TF2? Yes, apparently. That's not the first time someone's asked us. This is Captain Coder's Academy. We're cosplaying. We're doing some TF2 cosplay. All right. Look, we can all say funny things. We don't have to look. You all get to say as many funny things as you'd like. There's no limit to how many times a person. That's probably not true. There is a limit on how funny a joke is. There's diminishing returns on the hilarity of jokes. Cyans, Balint, how you doing, my friend? Welcome back to the stream. Happy to have you here on this beautiful day. Surly Dev. So I know, Kuwani. I know, Kuwani. I am one of those people. I'm a light motor. Balint, how you doing, my friend? Happy Thursday. Thank you so much for Whack'em Wednesday last night. How do I get this back in the box? I can't get it. There it goes. back in the box. Did I miss a hat? Surly Dev, we're gonna add a hat this set. This arrangement of hats, ladies and gentlemen, is a good example of stacked data structure. Exactly. This is an educational stream, so we got another hat here. Let's add a hat to the stack. Thank you for everything you do for your community. No, science, thank you. Thank you. We got it, JD. We got it. Surly, thank you for the hat. Thank you for the hat, Redeem. Folks, if you guys don't know science, incredible educator, science enthusiast, science communicator. Go check out the stream. You want to learn about science, you want to learn about ants, you want to draw, you want to have a good time, you want to play games. Thursday night, are you playing games tonight? Wait till we move to dynamic hats on the go. We can do a heap stack, do a hat heap, a heap of haps, a hap of heaps. All right, so we're gonna write a board printer grounded tonight. Awesome. If you guys want to have some fun tonight, be sure to pop by Science Stream. Click that follow button. Click that follow button so you don't miss it. Look, the pixelization. Did you click it yet? Did you click it? If you didn't click it, click it. Click it harder. Click it real good. Oh, that mask also can be a coaster. If you click on the follow, he'll sing for you. It's true. I will sing for you. Balint, will you sing for us? All right. JD, let's take a look here. Do we got the big brain, the hat, that the coaster that can also be it? If you ask me, yes. Awesome. We might have to. Maybe we could do a duet. Where, JD? Where are my options? I want the big brain. Am I missing something here? My button looks exactly like that. Should I click it? Beliar, welcome back to that way. Oh, it's for Balint. It was for Balint. Gotcha. I want the big brain mug. All right. My button looks exactly like that. Should I click it? Oh no, don't unfollow. If it's not green, click it. Click to follow it. Don't unfollow. JD, no rush. All right. So we're gonna do a board printer. Maybe it should be called a board writer, because this is sort of the C#y thing to do, is a board writer. This kind of becomes harder. Wait, we can share dev projects, Jack. Absolutely, Miss Tess. We might take a look at them. Depending on the size of it, every month, and I need to do this, every month we do a community showcase where I bring people onto the stream, we talk about it. But yeah, go ahead and go over. Jet A Mega Man, all the top science and tech streamers are already in here and followed. They're all amazing. It's a good community here. Board writer, public class board writer here. This board writer, one thing is, like, I want to test all of the colors of this, but let's do this. We'll do a public void write board. Board writer, we're gonna write, and then it's gonna take in a board to write. We'll just call it board here. And it actually just writes some stuff out. So this is where this one becomes harder. Congratulations on your daily points, lurker person. Congratulations on your daily points. Number 8, we did a reset partway through there. We need a weekly. Yeah, maybe I need to set. Part of me is thinking I'll set up some kind of streak thing. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to. It's not that I don't. Thank you for the monthly, weekly, monthly. We got to figure it out. Only when I'm live. Well, I think if you were to come back and I wasn't live, I think it would give you points again. I think it would give you points as long as my bot is running, which isn't always the case, but is usually the case. If you come back and I'm not here, let me show you. You want to see how the sausage is made? We use Firebot here. The command here, let's go look at the madness that this is. Because I haven't set this up so I can write it script, so I have to do their visual scripting. Let's go to here. Here is how the sausage works. If OBS is running, no, it'll only work if OBS is running. Make a bot to redeem points for me. Yeah, OBS has to be running, so I did put that in there. All right. If OBS is running and you are the first person to say here, since the stream has started, you get a special message. Otherwise, hang on. Otherwise, if you, hang on, if, what does this one say? Checks to see when the last time you used it was, if it's the exact date. So it's the date according to my computer. So it does have to be live, though. It does have to be live, but the madness of this block, widget-based programming is rough, man. Widget-based programming is rough. All right, so for our board, though, moon is, how's that moon? Is it cold up there? Are you keeping it warm? Thank you for the whoa lurker person. Mooniz, how we doing, friend? Welcome back. I can't wait till I finish my stream bot. I kind of want to write some extensions. Firebot's pretty good. I didn't write Firebot. Firebot's an open source one. A lot of people use StreamerBot. JD, thank you for recommending StreamerBot. The only reason I have chosen to stay with, not the only reason, one of the reasons I'm choosing to stay with Firebot is that Firebot is open source. But I'm tempted. I'm tempted to switch to the C#. Doing pretty well, a bit tired, yeah. Folks, if you guys don't know, Moon is another incredible streamer. If you want to check out game development in Unity, want to learn something fun, head over to Mooniz's channel. He'll teach you everything you need to know to get going in Unity. Mooniz taught me everything. I looked at StreamerBot, but it was so messy. Yeah, I haven't used it. I really like Firebot. Yeah, so JD, it's tempting. It's tempting. That said, Firebot, you can actually have it do system calls. So I could potentially set up a C# bot extension, and it can communicate with that over some port. So I could, but then it's like, that feels messy because then I have like two things running. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do. But this board writer here is gonna be interesting. We're gonna do a for int rank equals 1. Rank is less than or equal to board.size. Rank plus plus. We're gonna go through all the ranks. Let's see, rank, yeah, those are rows. Ranks are rows. And then for char file is equal to A. File is less than, hang on. We got this. Int file, file is equal to 0. File is less than board.size. File plus plus. So will you implement this board writer class in your main file? Is that how it works? So the guy who asked, great question. Will you implement this board writer class in your main file? Is that how it works? This is all part of a library. This probably needs to be separate from this logic folder, but I am thinking this will be only part of the terminal version, the console version of this app, this game. So we're gonna have the logic version, then we're gonna implement, there's gonna be a console version of it, there's gonna be a web version of it, and then there's gonna be a Unity version of it. So we implement the logic, and then there's 3 ways that you can implement there where it's console, so the logic is separate. In the console version, the board writer will exist. Right now I have it in logic. I don't think it needs to be in logic here. There might be a board reader though, to be able to get the game states, the puzzle states. Miss Tess says, I am writing one from scratch in TypeScript. I'm assuming that's TypeScript. However, I'm currently kind of stuck on accounts and linking with Twitch, YouTube, and Secure Enough as well. I have thought about one of the things I like with Firebot, or I kind of want to get my StreamBot connected with my Discord. So the points, people are so nice on the Discord. Folks, by the way, I have a Discord. Feel free to hop over to a Discord. If you hop over to the Discord, ask questions, help each other out. It's a great place to hang out. Pretty low key over there. It's not super busy. I got kicked out of the Discord because I'm bald. Profits, grow some hair. Maybe just get a hat. Then you will stop blinding people. I'm just kidding. I'm not a baldist. I love you. I just put on hats. Yeah, it's true. All right, so we're gonna go through every rank, every file. JD, I'm gonna thank you for the big brain juice holder. I need it. Look at this. I need it. We're getting one of these. Look at this. Look at that. The big brain. I love it. I love it. JD, thank you so much for that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna get one of those. Thank you so much for the link there. I'm gonna leave that open as the tab over here. Okay. I show you how to do mine. I built one in TypeScript as well. Deleted too much self promo. No, you're fine. You're fine. Okay. Let's come in here. So now we're gonna do a writer here. This is the part that is like challenging for me to test, right? So this feels like a thing that's hard to test because it's sort of like the way you want to display this is kind of up to you. And so this is, I think, where some freedom comes through. Some freedom comes through. Jedi Maker said discrimination against bald people. That's like half of the coder community. It's true. Half of the coder community. It's like, yeah, you know, I love bald people. I love bald people. Some of my favorite streamers are bald people, including Profits TV. Profits is one of my favorite streamers. If you want to watch a bald man play games, code, chat, have a good time, be sure to check out Profits TV. Handsomest bald man you ever did see. Profits. I hope you're having a beautiful day, my friend. I hope this teasing is okay. I hope the teasing's okay. Mention on the Discord is the I love math. Folks, I do love math. Just be careful. Be careful if you're at a bus stop. If you're at a bus stop and a stranger asks you and they come up to you and they're like, hey man, do you love math? Or do you, if someone at the bus stop asks if you like math, don't tell them that you love math, because, and I know this from experience, because they might try to sell you some. Mitch Chet says, I want a plugin system so people and devs can just plug into the bot and use the bot API to interact with the most streaming platforms. Yeah. Oh, Profits. I thought I was going to get murdered. I really thought I was going to get murdered when that happened. I was going, oh, no. Thank you for the sus guy who asked. There are so many bald coders on Twitch. Bald Bearded Builder, Code Rushed, to just name two. I haven't seen those two. I'm going to have to take a look at those. I'm going to take a look at those. Surly Dev, I haven't heard of those two. All right, so our printer here. Oh, we're running out of time. I got to get to work here soon. Let's see if we can finish this writer here. So the idea at the end of each row, we're going to do a right line like this. And then each row we need to do a right here based on the symbol. This we're gonna hack this together real quick. It needs to alternate between black and white lines as well. All right. So if we are, I don't know if I'm gonna have to. All right, for now, let's do a console.write right. Everything's gonna take up 2 spaces, I think. We'll write a dot. We're gonna write a dot for now, but we're gonna do an if board dot is occupied at rank and file. It's not gonna let me do this here. I need to convert it to a string, so it's a plus char here. If it is occupied, have an extra parentheses here for some reason. Hang on. Stop it. There we go. Rank, if it is occupied, else we do this. I want to do some colorization of it as well. Miss Test, it's not quite, yeah, there's a mod 2 thing, but it alternates rows and columns, right? So we need to do, there's a little bit more with the math. It was like rank plus file, mod 2, is that right? Don't we have files and ranks in board class? Rank and files? Oh yeah, CodeMonk, we do have that. We do have that. Beautiful. So we say for each, I forgot. Int rank in board.ranks. Thank you. I forgot we did this. For each char file in board.files. So here, this becomes a little bit tricky now, even trickier. Because now I can't do my mod 2. Say if the board is occupied, right? And then you can do an extra mod 2 to the -1 rows. Yeah, so now now there's a little bit more madness here, but I could do int count, BW, we can sort of flip back and forth here with our black and white type thing. Hang on, I'm running out of time. I gotta get to work. We're just gonna do this. We'll add color to it tomorrow. We'll add color to it. I won't be here tomorrow. We'll add color to it on Friday. We'll write. If it's occupied, we're gonna get the piece there. Board.get piece at rank and file. And so there's gonna be a chess piece. And then I kind of need to turn this into a thing, but we'll do piece.toString, and then we're just gonna take the first character of it for now. We don't want to do a write line, we want to do a write. And then every time here we do a console.write line. We'll clean it up, but let's add in a console program here. Make dir console, console.net, new console.net, add reference, Captain Coder, chess puzzle logic. Let's open up, we gotta add this to our solution. .net sln add console here. Okay, and then in our console program, just to test it out, we can do board equals new board size 4. 4 is going to be our standard size here. I guess it doesn't matter that much. And then board, we need a board printer. Board printer? What did I call it? I called it a board writer. I need to rename that file. Board writer equals new board writer. Writer.write board, like this. Okay. .net, let's go into our console project, console.net run. And so now I can just have a thing that resets at the start of the row. Specified argument was out of the range of valid values on line 103. Oh no. Oh no. Interesting. Rip. We're gonna have to come back to it. Files? What are we doing here? Let's add a real quick. Let's add a what? I don't understand. I'm so confused how this is failing. If it's occupied, hang on line 6, on line 10. Oh, here, look, this is why, because I've done this crazy thing. Well, look, work is for suckers. There we go. All right, we're doing it some dots here. There's no pieces on the board. Let's do a dot space, and then we'll just to have these separated out like this. Work is for suckers. It's true here. I might need to release BRB. Yeah, okay. So we have a 4x4 board here. Let's add some pieces to it. Board.setPiece. One. Oh, and the order here is interesting, I think. Let's pawn. Let's go 2C rook. 4B queen. Let's try that. So I would like to add in some colors. Perfect. Let me make sure my rows, do we start at 1 at the top or is it 8 at the top? 1 needs to be down at the bottom. So there's one other trick here. 1 is actually down here. So it starts at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is one more little challenge here as far as like indexing goes. We'll have to fix that next time. I gotta get to work. I have 40 minutes to get to work. Yeah, the king's easy to add. Thank you there. We'll add a king here. Boom, CodeMonk, thank you. Points. Add CodeMonk. Thank you for reminding me of that. 125 points. Beautiful. All right, everybody, we're gonna raid someone. Let's see who we got. Do you want to go raid the Grumpy? Do you want to go raid Mo? I'm open to suggestions too. Do we want to stay in programming land? Do we want to go to game development? Do we want to do art? C# Fritz is always a good option. C# Fritz is fantastic streamer. Maybe we'll do C# Fritz. We did Auroral Games yesterday. Do we want to stay in C#? Primogen. We won't raid Primogen. He doesn't need the raid. He doesn't need the raid. C# Fritz. If you guys haven't seen C# Fritz, incredible. Booyah Grandma would be another good streamer. We did Hello Comics earlier this week. Fantastic streamer. Cakes is good. Gilgamesh. I gotta get to work. I'm sorry. I'll be back on Saturday though. Saturday I stream longer. It's just I gotta get to work. I wasn't even planning to stream today. I'm just having so much fun here. Suggestions. Otherwise, if you want to go, don't you know? Let's see, who do we got here over here? Count a lot. I follow a lot of people. Runes of Magic, Kubaman, Mr. Eclectic, Augie Devs. Working on a roguelike. We haven't been to Augie Devs in a while. How long has Augie been going? 2 hours. Demolroy is another good one. Making a game engine in OCaml, I think. We're building an FFI layer for TypeScript and OCaml. Very cool. Not around though. It's on a break. Windybeard Games. Oh, we haven't done Windybeard Games. Oh, we'll go do Windybeard Games. Excellent streamer. All right, folks. Do Windybeard Games. As always, remember, keep coding, keep growing, be the best you can be. You're welcome back anytime. No stream tomorrow. I work all day tomorrow, but I'll be back on I'll be back on Saturday. No, I won't be here tomorrow, but I'll be back on Saturday. As always, have a beautiful day. I'll see you then. You're welcome back anytime. Join the Discord. If you want to become a sponsor, feel free to do so on GitHub or the Ko-fi. All right, folks, I got to get out of here. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.